I need to get some reading done this weekend. I am actively reading not one, not two. I've already spoiled it because I showed you the books, but 3 books right now. It is Friday, August 16th, and I'm going to try to finish all 3 of these books in 3 days. So let's talk about which ones I am in the middle of reading, what my plan is. Y'all might not even ever see this clip, depending on how much I read or don't read. Let's talk about the books. And we can actually do a bookmark tour as well, because I don't know about you, but I have 3 very random things that I am using as bookmarks in these 3 books. The first book I'm in the middle of reading is And Then I Woke Up by Malcolm Devlin. This is a pretty short book. It is 160 pages, give or take. And this is a post-apocalyptic book. So this is the first one. I am very, very early into it. I'm only 15 pages in. So I think this one is gonna be pretty easy to finish because my bookmark is an empty pack of birth control. We don't waste here on this channel. The next book I'm in the middle of is The Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. This is his newest release. And I'm also early on in this one too. I am 54 pages in. I'm enjoying this one so far. It's pretty spooky. I've only read one other Riley Sager, which is the only one left. And that one was Mushka. So I'm really excited about this one. My bookmark for Middle of the Night is the only dollar that I have to my name. Bada bing, bada boom. And the last book that I'm in the middle of reading actively is The Reformatory by Tanana Reid-Dew. I am 112 pages into this. I'm actually reading it on audio, and I'm gonna be doing that in this video as well. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of a chunker, and my bookmark for this is a hanky. Specifically a Kleenex with aloe. So these are the 3 books that I really want to finish this weekend. I think I'm going to read this one tonight. This one might be a good one to end on. I'm gonna sit these little guys over here. They can hang out. I'm gonna be starting with this one, and I've already kind of synced up where I'm at in my audiobook and where I'm at physically. We're following Robbie, who is a 12-year-old black boy in the deep south. I believe it's set in Florida. He has an older sister, Gloria, who is raising him, taking care of him. His father has left and his mother unfortunately passed away. There's a white man who is part of a very esteemed, well-known, very powerful family in this city. This white man really likes his older sister, and Robbie witnesses this man be just kind of physical with her. He defends his older sister. He kicks this guy in the shin. This is set in the 1950s. I did not say this. 1950s Jim Crow South. Yeah, because Robbie kicked this white man, he is sentenced to 6 months in a reformatory school. This reformatory school is highly racist. It's mainly young black boys who are in this school, which is really like a prison, and really poor white boys. So definitely somewhere for the less fortunate to be basically held captive. And his big sister, who obviously knows like the details of the situation, like this white man attacked us first, my brother was just defending me. She is going to do everything she can to get her little brother out of there. So we're following that. We're following Robbie in the school. It has already been really rough for him. I'm not going to give too much away. I will be updating, but I don't want to give spoilers because I think this is going to be a book that I recommend to everyone, but I do think it's important to know what you're getting into because there's a lot of, it's just kind of heavy so far. And this school has a very interesting and mysterious history. Like a lot has been happening here. Okay, so I have a little update real quick. I have only read like 20 something pages, but the audio is slowing me down. Audible, I love you, but I feel like I'm reading so much slower with the audiobook going. So I think I'm gonna put the audiobook away for now and just read it physically. And that is my final answer, Regis Philbin. I don't really need your opinion about it. I do want to know what everyone else is reading. Are y'all like me where you can read multiple books at once, just kind of depending on your mood? And it's not like I have every book laying open at the same time or anything, but I'm just moody. But anyway, I've made no progress since my last update because I thought it would be a really incredible idea to check my social media. That's the update. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Bye. It's Saturday and I have a little bit of an update for the Reformatory. I believe I started on page like 112 last night and I have read up to page 234. I'm on chapter 18. We're starting to get juicy, but we're at the point now where Robbie is days into his sentence at the Reformatory, and his older sister Gloria, which I think I just now got verification that she is 16, maybe like almost 17 years old. So Robbie is 12, she is 16, 17, raising this little boy who is, I mean, she's also a child. I cannot imagine the stress, especially in the Jim Crow South in the 1950s. But she is doing every single thing she can to get her little brother out of there. I believe like they found a lawyer for him. Some of the lore with the Reformatory is that there are ghosts, they call them haunts, that kind of haunt the school. There was a mysterious tragedy surrounding the Reformatory like years ago. So I think that could potentially come into play, but this is really interesting, and we're kind of going back and forth between Robbie and his experience in the school. He has found a couple of friends, and then we're flipping from that, and Gloria, who is recruiting all the people that can help her, trying to raise money, trying to get these connections. She's traveling everywhere to try to get someone to help her get her brother out. Almost halfway. So I'm gonna try really, really hard to finish this. It is really good. Kind of shocked at how much I'm enjoying this. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day finishing this. I'll check back in later. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I'm in my car. Broom, broom. I should have brought my... Oh, sheesh. Okay, my blinker is on. Is that focused? I think I am gonna end up finishing this tonight. I just don't know which book I'm going to pick up next out of the three I'm trying to finish because it is Saturday, it's 5 p.m. and I have other things to do. Things are moving. Robbie has now gotten recruited to do something at the Reformatory. I do not want to say because I think that would be too much of a spoiler. Okay, I don't know why this isn't focusing. I have read my first plot twist from this book. It's at the very end of chapter 22. If you have this book and have read it, open up the book or your Libby app, whatever it is, Audible, however you read this book. It's $2.88 physically. You know what I'm talking about. I kind of saw it coming. And don't mind my rain and thunder sounds. It's the only way I can read and not be distracted. I kind of saw it coming because there were little hints and spins left all throughout the beginning of this book. I am mind blown. I am mind blown. Where do we go from here? Y'all, it's about to get juicy. And the juiciest part, I fear, don't mind my dog. The juiciest part is that I have a makeup smudge on the book already. How did that come about? The world may never know. But I just had to pull this camera out because that plot twist rocked me. What do we do? What do we do about this, everybody? If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna say anymore. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm mind blown. Can you physically see my mind? It's blown. Can you see the blowness of it with your eyes? Because if you can't, then that's your fault, hun. Like, my mind is blown. Blown, baby. Let's keep reading. I found another makeup smudge. I don't know if you can see it. Wait, can I even see it? Oh, Yeah, it's right there. But I figured it out. I keep touching my face and then touching the book. That's a no-no. Don't do that when you have makeup on. All right, bye. I fear this video is potentially an epic fail. I am still reading The Reformatory by Tanana Reevdu, and it is Sunday. I think I'm gonna finish it though. I'm pretty close. I have that little bottom portion to finish. I'm pretty close, but I was really hoping that I would finish at least 2 of my books, but I'm happy I did this because it made me push myself. And I think I mean, this is a chunker. This book is almost 600 pages. So it made me push myself to read. I'm definitely going to be finishing this, and I don't know, depending on when I finish it, I might try to get that tiny book done tonight as well. But just to let you guys know, it's Sunday evening. I have not read at all. I actually went engagement ring shopping with my boyfriend. I got my ring size. I picked out my band, my stone, carrots, all that stuff. So that's exciting. That is worth not reading for sure. But now we're back in the house. I have my Men Are Better in Books sweatshirt on because tea, and we're gonna get to reading. So I will check in when I finish and give you my thoughts, and then I will decide on which book I am going to pick up next. So maybe we can get 2 books done today. What do we think? I might have to extend this to Monday, because honestly, if it was like a holiday weekend, Monday would probably count. So when I say weekend, it could, you're not buying it? I tried. All right, bye. Is this thing on? I don't even know what to say about this book. I've never been this speechless after reading a book before. This book felt so real to me. Even after reading the author's note that says, this book is a work of fiction. The Reformatory isn't real. Robert Stevens isn't real. This is an instant classic, a work of art. My plan was to try to start another book after this one. And I still might, but I am so glad I did not rush through this one. Wow. Okay, I need to think. I might extend this reading vlog to Monday to get the other books read. It might turn into just like a, let's finish the 3 books I'm actively reading, and may not just be a weekend vlog, so we will see. But okay, I will see you tomorrow and let you know the plan for the rest of the video. Because as of right now, I don't know, and my mind is all jumbled. Wow. Okay. Look at this sweet baby. You gotta be gentle. Gentle. Good boy. Ow! This is a good girl. Happy Monday, everybody. So I wanted to give a reading update. It is Monday at 11:51 a.m. I did not end up starting another book after The Reformatory because that book wore me out. It wore me out in the best way. But I have decided to continue the vlog because I really do want to get these 3 books that I'm in the middle of finished. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually on the clock. I'm on the clock at work. One of the things that I love about my job is that I am able to read. I'm working from home today, and so I have decided to pick up And Then I Woke Up by Malcolm Devlin. So this is what I'm gonna read. It's a really short little guy, which I think will be perfect for reading audibly. And I actually found it on Libby. It's available. I love the Libby app. I love me some Audible, but Libby, free. I mean, what's to talk about here? But the audiobook is about 4 hours long, which is not bad at all. And I listen on at least 2.5 times speed. So I wanted to give an update. I think I'll be finishing this today. I'm gonna start it all the way over. I only got to page like 15 when I started reading it physically. So I think I'm just gonna start from the beginning because I'll be able to process it better. I will check back in when I either put the book down or finish it. I haven't seen much about this. Hold on, let me look on Goodreads. See how many reviews this has. Oh, it has 6,294 ratings and a little over 1,100 views. Hey YouTube, reviews. So it's a little guy. And then once I get done with this, I believe I'll be finished with it tonight. I'm going to pick Middle of the Night by Riley Sager back up and I'll check in with that. Any questions, class? Raise your hand if you have questions and wait for me to call on you. No questions? All right, I'll check back in. Okay, I have a little bit of I look sleepy. Okay, I have a little bit of an update on And Then I Woke Up. I am about 70% of the way done on audio, and I feel like there's a twist coming. We start off in like a psych ward rehabilitation center, and we're following this guy who meets this girl that everyone's kind of like weary of. She's not like the other people in this facility. And then we kind of get into the backstory of how they got there, what happened. Apparently there was this like plague and zombie things. I don't really know. But I feel like everything is not what it seems. I don't know. So I'm gonna finish this. I'm on my way home from work. I am going to finish this on Libby on my way home while I'm driving. I need to go to the post office and pick up some packages as well. So I'm gonna be doing that. I think I'm gonna finish it by the time I get home. So when that happens, I will be back with some final thoughts, and then we're gonna move on to Middle of the Night, and then my currently reading list will be down to 0, and then I can add 5 more books to it. All right, bye. I have some news to report. And Then I Woke Up by Malcolm Devlin. I finished her earlier today. I think this is a 3.5 star for me. And I think the issue is I'm not smart. I really felt like I didn't know what was happening. Like I wasn't very engaged, and I normally eat audiobooks up. I love me an audio, and I wasn't engaged for the first like 60%. I actually had to start it over. The message is really interesting. So basically there is a disease, okay? And it's like turning people into zombies. Now, if this is incorrect, this is just further proof that it was interesting, and once I understood what was happening, I liked it more. But I think the issue was that like it just really didn't grab my attention. It wasn't like, I don't know, it just didn't give what it needed to give. I zoned in and out a little bit. It's not a bad book. I think some of it could be me. Like mental illness is like the main character. But if you're interested, I do know that a lot of people really like this book from looking at the reviews. I think it was kind of hit or miss. It was a miss for me, but it does not mean it's a bad book. I always advocate to read books for yourself, form your own opinion. This is my opinion, but if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in, again, it's like post-apocalyptic, we're in a rehab facility, mental illness rep. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, and metaphorically, I'm not smart enough for this book. She's finished. This is the one that I was most excited to finish out of the 3 that I'm reading. So I am really excited to finish this one. I'm super early in. I'm only 50 pages in. And I probably will also listen to this on audio some, switch back and forth between physical and audio. So I will come back when I have an update for you guys. So Ethan's the main character. 30 years prior, he was camping with his best friend Billy. Billy goes missing, and now it feels like Billy is kind of back, or maybe someone's messing with him. We don't really know what's going on, but Ethan is gonna get to the bottom of it, I think. This is super spooky. Like, the first 50 pages are really spooky. Like, neighborhood lights are turning on, but there's no one there, nothing there. So there's like things are appearing in his yard, and he's like, Billy? But this is giving very much spooky. So this, as of now, I'm super early in, but this is definitely giving the good spooky vibes if you're looking for something to add to your TBR and you like some Riley Sager and you haven't read this yet. But basically we're at the point where a couple of weird things have happened to Ethan, again, 30 years later. His childhood home, where Billy was his next door neighbor, his childhood home is now his parents have relocated, they've moved away. And after this tragedy happens, people didn't want to move from the neighborhood because they thought they would look a little bit guilty. But I think now people are more comfortable 30 years later moving out of the neighborhood. But he is moving in, creepy things are happening to him. And now we're starting to kind of meet his neighbors. He's interacting with his neighbors a little bit more. Obviously, this guy's now a loner. Very traumatic things happen to him as a child. His best friend goes missing, you know, all the things. So I will give an update when there's one to give. And that's it and that's all. All right, bye for now. I have a package! And I'm gonna open it on camera because it has to do with filming. Well, it has to do with reading. Oh my gosh, I can't even wear my AirPods for that long because I have very small ears, like this part of my ear, and they are so painful after a while. So I got some Sony headphones, not sponsored, but they just got here and I'm opening them. Ah! I'm so excited. Oh, heck yeah. Am I screaming? I can't hear. But anyway, all right, that's all. I do have a reading update for middle of the night. I did read this in bed last night. Not as big of an issue as I thought it was gonna be because I do fall asleep reading quite a bit. But I got to page 90 and we found out what happened to Billy, I think. And where he is, I think. I don't know, I don't trust it. But I mean, reading this in the middle of the night, with a little reading light, a heating pad on your tummy, headphones that are playing the rain and thunder sounds. It's just such a freaking vibe. And then a cup of iced water. You need a cup of iced water amongst the half drunken water bottles on your nightstand. You need a glass of iced water. And that's what I did. And it was great. I read about 40 pages. I am going to work. I'm going into the office. So I will be reading this on audio today. So I think I'm going to get a good ways through it. I might even finish it, but I'll make sure to check in. And after we're done with this, our currently reading list is at 0. We're getting into the juicy parts. Like I said, we found out what happened to Billy, the little boy. We think, I don't know, it's so early into the book. I mean, we're 90 pages in. I'm only like a fourth in. So it's so early in the book that I just don't trust it because weird things are still happening to Ethan. So we're on a dual timeline and we're finding out some family drama that has been going on in Ethan's family. And I'm assuming it's kind of connected. I don't know. There's a bunch of neighbors involved. Like, I have met so many of the neighbors. I need a flow chart, but I am on my way to work. I just wanted to give a quick check-in. I will be listening on audio and I might go to my car during work depending on what's happening in the book. If anything mind-boggling happens and I just need to talk to you about it, my next clip might be in the car. I don't know. It might be back home. It's just, that's the beauty of it. We never know. And I'll be back. Hey, I'm in the kitchen. Hold on, I'm gonna put my headphones on like cool people. I'm in the kitchen, but I have about an hour left of the middle of the night. I'm listening on audio. And I'm cooking dinner. I'm cooking chili because the thing about me is that the faintest whiff of fall that this nose catches, I'm making chili. I don't know what else you want me to do. So I thought we could cook together while I listen to the last hour of the audio. But first, don't be fooled. I'm not putting wine in here. I actually am obsessed with Olipop. I haven't tried this flavor. I just went to Sprouts. They sell Olipop. This is a prebiotic and it has prebiotics and fiber in it and it's really good for your digestive health. It's really good for your digestive health. So we're gonna try it. I haven't tried the watermelon lime flavor, but I love putting this in a wine glass over ice. Oh boy. So we're gonna try this on camera and then we're gonna get to cooking. I don't know if you love chili like I do, but I literally drink it year round. Watermelon lime. Yep. This tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. I'm about to get to cooking. I think I'm gonna turn the camera off and wash all my produce and do all that. And then we'll like chop, we'll cook. I need to get my ground chicken on. I love to use chicken in my chili instead of beef or turkey. So I will get everything prepped and then I'll be right back. Okay, so ground chicken is on. And I was trying to get all of my ingredients and stuff in the frame as well as me, but it wasn't gonna happen. And I just have a half of an everything bagel with some cream cheese as a snack because I have to eat while I cook. I have an hour and 12 minutes left, so we're gonna turn this on and we're gonna cook. I think it might be worth noting that I'm at the point of the book where we are about to figure out what happened, obviously. And all of the people involved, I kind of guessed. Well, we don't really know what happened to Billy yet, but I guess I should be holding the book up so you know, so everyone knows what's happening. I figured out what was going on with Ethan's mom. She was really upset towards the beginning of the book. And I figured out who that involved, what happened with her job and who was involved with that. I kind of figured it out, which I don't normally do. So, but we will see what happens with Billy. And I have no idea who that could have been. I'm kind of narrowing down my list. So I just wanted to give a little update of where we're at in the book. This book because Riley Sager just wrote the word adorkable when talking about a 10-year-old boy in this book, and I hated it. I hate that word, adorkable. Riley. Oh, I have this much left, so I'm almost done, but I had to make note of that because it was an awful experience for me. Okay, well, I guess while I have you here, we can do a chili update. So here's my chili. We're letting it simmer a little bit. I'm probably gonna let it simmer. It's 7:10. Oh, dinner's done early today. I'll probably let it simmer for about 30 minutes, I guess, until this book is done. I'll do that. So once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna turn it down to a simmer. And I think I am going to, is it raining? I think I'm gonna finish reading outside. So let's go outside. It'll be right outside the kitchen, so right there. Not too far, I won't burn the house down. Okay, so we out here. What? Now this is just asinine.
What's going on in here?
I'm on my second bowl of chili and I wanted to, did y'all hear that burp? I'm on my second bowl of chili. I have 9 minutes left. I already know who did it and I'm not sure if I care or not. I wanted to show you my toppings and my chili because this is really important to me. So I like some sour cream, a little cheese, some freshly sliced jalapenos with the seeds, and chips because I like a salty crunch with every single meal. Even if it's not supposed to be there, I'm gonna put it there. And this is the highlight of my day. It's not the book, but I will give you my final thoughts after I'm done eating. And then we'll close out the video. Meh. Meh. I just finished this book and pondered my feelings about it over a nice warm bowl of chili. And meh, I gave this a 3. And this stacks up nowhere near the only one left for me. This is my second Riley Sager, and let me take this $1 out of there. I don't know, it was really slow. I felt like we could have taken out like anywhere between 50 to 100 pages of this book. Maybe closer, maybe like 75 pages of this book that I don't feel like we needed. The paranormal aspect, while it did give off very spooky vibes, it was a little lost on me. Very slight spoiler, there were 75,000 red herrings, and it just got to a point where like I didn't care anymore by the time we figured out what really happened. It was fine. It wrapped up. It kind of made sense. It just fell flat, and I'm really sad about that. I will continue to read Riley Sager because the only one left, I keep looking at it over your shoulder because I'm in love with it. I have The House Across the Lake and Lock Every Door on my shelf, and I think I'm gonna read The House Across the Lake. It's on my spooky season TBR. So I'm gonna continue. So final rankings for the 3 books that we read. The Reformatory, solid 5-star. I wanted to give it 6. One of my favorite books ever. I would not be surprised if this is my favorite book of the year. And Then I Woke Up by Malcolm Devlin. I gave this a 3.5. It was good. It's really good for a spooky season if you wanted a quick horror read. And we ended with Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Of course, I gave this a 3-star. I recommend it. I do recommend it. I would never say like this is just an objectively bad book. It just didn't hit for me. I'm curious to know though if you guys like the little lifestyle stuff sprinkled into the vlogs. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool because I do read a lot on audio, and of course I'm doing other things, which is why I'm having to read on audio. So I thought, you know, maybe we can just show a little bit of that, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and join me as I probably start 20 more books and have to vlog to hold myself accountable to read them. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, honey. Be safe. You be safe now. They still here. All right. The door's that way. Bye now.